doing things you can't believe.
What's good out there, good people in the world? You already know what it is. You got your three favorite guys from your favorite podcast, the Three Man Weave Podcast. With me is all. Oh, my fault. It's your boy Cannon. Got a little. I ran ahead of myself. With me as always, yeah. With me as always, I got.
You already know it's your boy Hill. Hill go Hill regardless, baby. Let's get it.
AJ, back through the wire.
Huh?
AJ back through the wire.
Back in your natural habitat.
Yeah.
Before we get started, I want to issue an apology to my guy Rashad. I did something that I always get mad at somebody else doing, so I just want to give you a specific shout out apology. You know, I texted him after Florida lost. He was like, "Bro, you never text me about Florida
ever."
I'm like, you know what? I was like, you know what? You're right. But the only reason I texted him because Florida that was a specific topic.
Yeah,
and I know, like I said, he's a loyal supporter. So I'm like, I can talk about, but I'm like, you know what? I'm wrong right here. So like I said, I want to give you an apology, Rashad.
That's real, man.
Sorry, bro.
No, can
real,
he on the next episode? He needs to write us not a supporter question, but he needs to write us a supporter statement of why the hell the head coach wife is out there kissing every single player on the
answers for that, bro.
And like I said last episode, how do you get mono? How do you get mono?
Hey,
sabotage.
That might be the
sabotage.
Yeah, that's the quickest way to get mono, right?
I don't get that one, bro.
Yeah.
That's the quickest way to get mono.
Bro,
I thought that was fake when I saw it.
It's something. I know one thing though. You can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3 Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Where y'all want to start at, fellas? We got a lot to hit. You know.
We don't need to spend a lot of time on this, but I just want to say Cannon called it last year.
Okay.
He called Willie Taggart's head last year.
Mm-hmm.
He got it on a silver platter this year.
Mm-hmm.
Man, although we weren't playing up to Florida State standards,
That's what it boils down to, baby.
Still don't like that firing, man. I still don't.
I know you don't. I think we, and I'm not just talking about me in here. I think we, everybody who support us, know that AJ don't like that one.
I don't like it either. To be quite honest.
I pretty much can guarantee that too.
First of all, y'all was playing trash.
Awful.
Y'all were playing
Absolutely.
trash. Y'all was looking bad. He was looking a little in over his head. He was looking like, you know what, I ain't really built out for this big time program. He was looking like that. But you in college, you definitely need at least 3 years minimum to at least get your recruits in, get your values instilled. It does take time. The fact that they raised $20 million for that buyout lets me further know they were sick of him, and they were sick of this. And
before I go, let me just say something. Like I've always told y'all, they always seem to find money until it's time to pay the players. They raised $20 million to fire a coach, but can't nobody raise no money to pay some players.
That's why the players about to get paid now.
Yeah.
Okay, but in a way, but not completely. But so I understand Willie Taggart has definitely not been playing up to par. But you got to think, Jimbo Fisher, he left, and they were playing about the same. The record was about the same because Jimbo Fisher's last season, they barely squeaked into a bowl game. And so, yeah, this is par for the course because those players that Jimbo was recruiting, they juniors now. Some are, they're juniors, seniors. Those players that Willie was recruiting, they're freshmen. Some are true sophomores. What really builds up your starters is supposed to be those upperclassmen and a couple talented freshmen, and that's what Willie was dealing with. Willie had James Blackman. I mean, I'm not considering James Blackman the greatest quarterback on the planet. So yeah, I mean he's going with James Blackman and Alex Hornibrook, who he can't throw the ball 30 feet. And he's a left-hander who looked like he's supposed to be throwing right-handed.
That's nasty work.
And so I'm just like, yeah, you called a raw deal, and he don't, I just feel like in college football, if you of a certain background, you gotta hit the ground running. If you don't hit the ground running, it's over for you because you look at Scott Frost over at Nebraska, he doing just as bad. What's the dude at Tennessee? He was our defensive coordinator during that championship run.
It's not
Jeremy Pruitt.
Jeremy
Pruitt. Bro, Tennessee is trash. Ain't nobody calling for his head yet.
What is UCLA?
They've been trash for a while, though.
Chip Kelly. Ain't nobody calling for his head, but yet, hey, like I said, you got to hit the ground running. They literally, they fundraise to get you up out of there.
And that's
so I guarantee you it's not a coach that looked like Willie Taggart at Florida State for the next about 2 decades. I can tell you that much.
But he knew that going in there. You knew that going in there. Yeah, go ahead.
This is my thing, man. Do you feel like Willie Taggart underperformed with the talent on his roster?
No.
I do, man.
The talent that he got was performing the same way. The talent that he has now, yes, they're performing a little bit better, but they were competitive last year. They was getting blowed out. They're in competitive games this year.
So it's all of that combined. Last year, getting blowed out, still losing to teams and to teams that you shouldn't be losing to, all accumulates to, bro, it ain't good enough. It's not good enough. And I knew that last year, that what you said, I had that feeling last year is that I'm all for the black coach getting this shot, but I truly felt deep, me being a Florida State fan, I felt like Willie was in over his head. And
let me ask you this, Cannon, real quick.
But hold on, let me finish. Me thinking that he's in over his head, that don't have nothing to do with him being the color of his skin. I just truly felt like that off of what was happening.
I know you
felt
that.
Based off of football decisions.
The fact you said it last year, I was like, oh yeah, you really not.
You was never sold, yeah. So let me ask you this: this season,
he's done much better. He's done much better.
But no, but who? I know you said we was losing to teams that we had no business losing to. I could really only point to one game where you could say we had no business losing that game, and that was to Boise State because we had such a huge lead.
We also shouldn't have lost to Wake Forest, even though Wake Forest is playing the best football that they probably.
But Wake Forest is a ranked team. Yes, they're playing the best that they ever played. It's a road game. So yes,
to this Miami team neither. So it's like,
but it's a toss up, and we lost to them last year, and it was bad.
Yeah, but we keep losing. That's the thing. Like, it became a trend, and I honestly they pulled the trigger a week after I would have done it. I would have done it Wake Forest week, and that's a guarantee. If I was the AD or anybody at FSU who could make decisions, I would have pulled them before we had the 20 million raise.
So I want to ask both of y'all, since you all are Florida State fans, who do y'all want as the next head coach?
I don't even know. I just want somebody that can do their job, man. That's all I want. I don't care about no names. I don't care about your resume. I want somebody that's going to come in here and try to put a winning product on the field.
Bro, I honestly don't know who is a viable candidate out there. Hopefully, all I can say is I hope there's a coach out there that can lure somebody like that is just willing to be like, oh, I've always wanted to coach at Florida State. Because a lot of these mid-major coaches and stuff like that, I ain't really rocking with it too much.
They're not bringing nobody with them. I'm with you on that one.
So, and it's really about who can you bring on staff, and can you recruit? Because there's no reason that Florida State should not be up there recruiting with Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State. That's the type of talent that they should be bringing in, because you're in one of the most recruited places in the country,
Yeah.
and you're earshot away from Atlanta, another hot recruiting bed. So there's no way that we shouldn't be getting these recruits. So, hey man, I'm just hopeful. We'll see. I still feel bad for Willie, and as much as you said, I think he was in over his head, but I also think he deserved at least one more full season.
I'm always going to give.
And I can't argue. I'm not arguing that with y'all.
Okay.
He maybe, but the fan in me. That's the thing about it. I'm dealing with too much losing, so it's like it could be a combination of all of my teams losing. You know.
Oh man, listen.
I couldn't take it because Florida State was my team that was getting me through. You feel me? That was my team that I was leaning on. You feel me?
AJ, I noticed you got
Yeah.
it, but go ahead, hit it. You gotta hit it for him.
Yeah, hit it. Willie.
All right, Willie.
There's Mr. Coach for you.
You're fired. Get him up out of there.
Sorry, Willie. Hate it had to be you, brother. Hate it had to be
But so while we on college football, so y'all hear about the wide receiver with the greatest name ever going to LSU, right?
What's his name again? Remind me of that.
The coldest Crawford.
Yeah, the code.
The coldest Crawford. He committed to LSU. But what I want to talk to y'all about is they recruited another quarterback there to go with him with an also
The booty or something.
General Booty.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just really excited to hear some of these calls that Kirk Herbstreit gonna have to make when General Booty is under center. Like, can you imagine?
Booty to the coldest.
Yeah, that's
Can you just imagine Kirk Herbstreit talk about General Booty hit hard by the Gamecock D?
yeah.
Bro, this is gonna be some of the wildest calls. Like, I just can't wait. Booty takes it right up the gut. Booty keep those legs turning to get those extra inches. Booty has been taking a pounding today. Don't know how he'll recover.
Yo, why do you have so many of these? No, I'm stopping.
Yeah.
I'm stopping.
Booty takes his fourth sack of the day.
Yo, I'm sorry. We should even. I know I threw it off. I made that apology. We should have started off by congratulating the Nationals on the World Series.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah! Congrats to the
big time.
Nationals.
Shout out
DC
to all the
Sport.
Day One National fans.
Bro, I'm telling you, the Washington
Wood,
football team, they gotta change their name.
OG Q Mall. It's a lot of real Nats fans out here. Who've been riding since day one. So, man, I salute y'all because ain't nothing like riding when it's been rough and then finally get to that glory. I wish I knew the feeling.
It probably that thing probably feel good. You ain't gonna never feel that, but
I just want to get one Super Bowl before I die.
yeah,
I just want to experience it once.
go ahead and end it, bro. I mean,
So you just telling me to go ahead and die? Okay, that's cool. All right.
Going
All right.
my Uncle Charles.
The upper room.
But is it quick? I'm not gonna stay on baseball long, but is this a changing of the guard? Because I mean by
Bryce
that,
Harper.
because they didn't pay Bryce Harper, and a lot of teams are really not really coughing up that major bread for these players anymore, other than pitchers. Pitchers are still getting paid top dollar.
But to me, I don't think it's a changing of the guard because it's baseball. They can throw out whatever they want.
But it's also, it may not be a changing of the guard, but it's all. I think they might have woken some other GMs to like. We gotta stop going for the cash grab every
relax, like
because it ain't one player is rarely gonna swing. Like even if you do get one player in baseball, you already got a nice pitching core. You already got some good bats, and you already got some good fielding. So it's not like you just gonna bring one pitcher or one slugger in, and we're gonna win the chip now. Baseball is too calculated of a sport. And so
it's the most individualized team sport ever.
And so you need cores. Like you need several fielders. You need several
with baseball, you need so much luck really for things to work out. You need to be healthy, and you just need to have the ball bounce the right way. So having pitching having the hitting and having that balance throughout the lineup, you'll be good. So if you can have that, like all the way through, because you're talking about you need they're not dropping money except on pitchers. But to me, especially starting pitching, I'd much rather do it on an everyday player instead of a player that's going to only hit the mound once every 5 games. So to me, I want when it comes to a 5-tool, everyday player. Yes, I'm going to pay him that money. But what you also need to do is you need to surround him with other hitters. And then you have to have a strong bullpen.
So
You have to have a strong bullpen.
So because of what you're saying, like what Hill is saying, you can't pay a slugger who is at times inconsistent.
But see, that's the thing. But you can
For 10 years, you handicap yourself if you do that.
bro. I'm not paying nobody nothing guaranteed for 10 years. So I get what you're saying with that. But I drop money for one of these top tier sluggers for a couple of years and then have some options or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
I'd much rather do that for a everyday player, because honestly, pitchers is almost like kickers in football. It's like they'll be hot and next thing you know, they can't find a strike zone to save their life and you don't know why. And so to me,
aces, they always find a way.
Yeah.
It's the ones, but you also gotta think pitchers, their margin for error is so slim. They get a little injury, they have Tommy John surgery, something like that, and it's almost like it's a flash in the pan, it's a flip of a coin. You don't know if they ever gonna be the same. Like y'all remember Tim Lincecum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a nice career.
But he was still in his prime. He got hurt and he fell off.
Because he was
like
a slender
completely.
Guy. He was not a power pitcher, so it's like
it's not even that. It's just throwing the ball overhand is an unnatural.
It's an motion.
It's an unnatural motion. So like I said, I'd much rather give money to somebody. His
was nasty.
He had that herky jerky, delivery, and so it happens, and so
it worked.
Yeah, but
it worked.
Ultimately messed himself up.
He ultimately hurt himself. So like I said, I'd much rather give it to an everyday player, especially in a game of baseball where even if you fail, you have the possibility to be, a Hall of Famer. If you fail 70% of the time in baseball, you have the opportunity to be a Hall of Famer because you're still batting 300.
I hate you, bro.
Hey,
I hate you, man.
That's a fact. You can fail at the plate.
You said it, I
hate you, man.
Hey.
You can fail 70% of the time and be a 300 hitter and make it to the Hall of Fame.
Hey, but let's be real. When people batting 400 and 500, that's when you know they really killing it, though.
That only have in a 182 game season, you might bat 500 for a couple games.
Right now.
This will be not good.
542 right now.
AJ, you ready? AJ, you ready to apologize?
So let me get my my statement. You gotta get the Tiger Woods, Kevin Hart lip bite.
First off, I don't even want that apology right now. I want an apology for Lamar Jackson. This what I want. This what I want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hear that right now.
I
be quite honest.
I call Lamar Jackson the Ben Simmons of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm happy to see that he is throwing the ball. Yes, I am. Like I say, I want to see the man succeed. I hate that he had to go to Baltimore because in that draft, instead of drafting Billy Price, I thought that we should have drafted Lamar Jackson. But hey, that's neither here nor there.
Thank God y'all didn't draft Lamar Jackson.
Woo, because we would have ruined him. He'd have been in the league, but he'd have been the next Geno Smith.
He'd been gone. He'd be out the league right now.
He'd have been up out of there. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see that he was able to, really succeed, and he's really coming out of his shell. Like I said, when he was at Louisville, he did this stuff to us.
Yeah, he did.
He did this to Florida State. So merely my observation was seeing how he was utilized last year, and I'm like, oh, he was in the playoff game. He couldn't throw the ball at all. It looked like they just said we're not gonna let you throw the ball, and he was overthrowing it. But now they're really utilizing his strengths, getting him out of the pocket, and doing what they're supposed to do with him. So I'm glad to see that he is maturing as a quarterback.
You know what I'm most impressed about Lamar Jackson? With protecting himself, because they still do a lot of design runs for him, and I think that's the number one issue with these dual threat athletic quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They don't protect themselves. And then you got some who were studs in college, like take Cam for instance. In college, Cam was trucking linebackers in college. Like
in the NFL too, though.
But you should have never been exposing your body to that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you also see what happened to one of the best running quarterbacks of this decade. He already retired, Sir Andrew Luck. Because Andrew Luck was more of a running quarterback than Cam in my eyes.
And he was also tackling everybody that he threw picks to, so that hurt him some too. Yeah, but too many hits.
Yeah.
Not, and it goes back to what I'm saying about Lamar. Him being able to protect himself, which a lot of young and dual threat quarterbacks can't do. And he's protecting the ball. Is he perfect at it? No, but for the most part, he's been protecting the ball, and I hope he can keep it going because he's in the running for the MVP out here.
Yeah. He might. He might be.
So in the running is kind of a reach.
No,
but
no, it's not.
You can put him in the conversation. But to me, I don't know the running. I won't say the running, but he's exciting. To me, Deshaun Jackson. Not Deshaun. Deshaun Watson.
Look, you don't even know who it is. He's definitely might be the lead. He might be the lead horse. That's what I mean by being in a run. I'm just saying, like, you gotta have running mates.
Define running. Yeah.
If you top 5 in the MVP race right now, that's in the running, bro. Like, it's only halfway through the season. Like, you can jump off, you can fall off this cliff and
he could,
and take yourself out the running.
But I don't see him fall off the cliff.
You can do a performance like Deshaun Watson getting kicked in the eye, throwing a game-winning touchdown. Or you can throw, you can go into overtime like Russell Wilson.
Sealed it for me.
But no,
seal it.
Or you can go into overtime like Russell Wilson and put the team on your back and win the game and have an MVP performance.
Yeah.
Or you can play New England, undefeated team, and go in there and beat them on Sunday night. That's an MVP performance.
But what about?
You know what I'm saying?
But see, we always go to the most outstanding for the MVP. What about Teddy coming in, man?
Teddy ain't gonna get no.
I know he's not gonna get no accolades, but
Teddy should be comeback player of the year, even though he didn't start the full season. He should be the comeback player of the year.
That's what I want to say. We overlooking the fact that this man, like, they wrote the Saints off. Everybody is okay.
I was about to say,
not even wrote the Saints off. Remember, Teddy almost lost his leg.
He almost
lost his life.
He almost had to amputate his thing, man. He tore all 3 major ligaments in his knee.
And then I think he messed up an artery or something too. Like they literally thought that he was like it was literally a thought that he might lose his leg.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Teddy Two Gloves, man.
If he was on the Bears right now, they would be the Bears that we think they were.
Yeah,
literally. See, this is why I had a debate with a gentleman who was very inebriated in the bar. And I told him I was like, I told him I was a Bengals fan. And he was like, oh no, you guys are gonna be fine. I don't know why you bench Andy Dalton, this and that. I was like, we should have been traded him. If you trade him to a team like the Bears would be in the Super Bowl conversation because they have a Super Bowl caliber defense. They just have a quarterback who can't hit the side of a barn. And he was like, what? And he's like Mitchell Trubisky. He's not that bad. You're not gaining anything with Andy Dalton. I'm like, listen.
He ain't that bad, but it just ain't
working. What?
It just ain't working.
Whoa. I can't let you say Mitchell Trubisky is not that bad. He's terrible.
Mitchell Trubisky's terrible. I thought you were talking about Andy. Mitchell that bad.
Mitchell Trubisky is We don't call him Mitchell Trubisky for no reason.
I'm not
He's
saying
terrible,
he's good, but he can
bro.
hit. He can hit players.
He not hit.
No, he can't.
Because
Allen Robinson is like 6'4".
I'm listening. I'm listening.
they, what do we say all the time about these coaches and them not playing to their players' strength? They ain't doing nothing that Mitch did in NC. Nothing.
Mitch's strength is holding the clipboard. Hold that clipboard, dog.
No,
Go get me some water.
He was a pocket roll, move the pocket quarterback in college, and they just trying to make this man drop back and be somebody that he's not, and that's their fault. And a lot of times we think, oh, you got to be a real dual threat quarterback for them to change it. No, it ain't about that. It's about playing to your guy's strength. And his coaches have not gotten out the way. And what I mean by that, we've seen games where he's surprised us. And you be like, oh,
Who the hell is Mitch?
yeah. You see what I'm saying? And that's what. And so I believe that's there. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he's a young player, and a young player is supposed to be groomed by his coaches and his coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they have failed him in Chicago. And so it's like, I'm not. He is trash right now because you're only as good as your last hit.
Right.
So he's trash, but I'm not willing to write him off and say that his career is done and he can't, become solid.
What I'm going to say is, of course, like I said, he's going to get the majority of the blame because he is looking the worst out of the whole group. But their offensive line has not been effective at all. They cannot run the ball to save their life, and they are trying to run the ball, and they cannot do it. The boy David Montgomery is trying. The boy running fierce. He got to break 4-5
Shout out to the
tackles.
city.
Like, he got to break 4-5 tackles just to get 1 yard. You know what I'm saying? He trying. He cannot do it. They cannot run the ball. So obviously they can't play action. They can't do nothing effective like they really want to do. Also, this Super Bowl caliber defense ain't getting the turnovers that they was getting last year. And what they was doing last year was getting a lot of turnovers, giving a lot of short fields, helping that offense out. Now this year, they not getting them turnovers. So they playing. I'm not saying this defense is not trash, but when you live and die by it's like living dying by the three. When your three ain't popping, your offense ain't clicking. When you're not getting these turnovers, your defense is kind of looking. You can find these weaknesses in this.
But see, that's the thing though. To me, I've never when you go year by year, a team I always do this with fantasy when it comes to picking a defense. If a team was the top of the league in turnovers, I'd never pick them just because they were the top of the league. Because turnovers is so iffy. It's such an up and down thing that you can't really quantify because you just have to get lucky. You have to fall on an oblong object that can bounce either way. You have to just be in the right place. You have to play Mitchell Trubisky twice a year to get a bunch of interceptions or whatever the case may be. Baker Mayfield, who's throwing them. So, to me, I want to see, can you stop the run and can you really clamp down on the pass?
That's one of the most important things in the league that goes overlooked.
What?
For all-star defense or championship D or this D that people want to hang their hat on and say that wins championships, you better be able to stop the run.
Facts. And that was the see, but if we're going to transition, that's been the whole with New England Patriots defense. When AJ a few weeks ago when they asked him when to put him in the all-time great list, and everybody was like, "Whoa, what you doing? Hold on, can we wait a little bit?" Their run defense has always been suspect, and I mean, like you said, if you're not getting turnovers, you can find a weakness in the defense. And who said it? Monday night, Randy said it. He was like, "Hey, look, if they got any weakness in this defense, it's this run defense." And then you look back at it, you like, okay, did people really run on them? Well, you look back when they played the Browns, Nick Chubb ran all over him. He just fumbled, and Baker just kept throwing interceptions. But if you looked at it, Chubb ran all over him. So now when it came down to Baltimore, what we gonna do? We're gonna run it down your throat. We're gonna punch in your mouth.
When
you punch that bully in the mouth, they look a little different.
They do. Look
I'm not saying.
But can I say this though?
I'm not saying the defense is bad. I'm not saying they weak. All I'm saying is
killer.
You know what I'm saying? When
you look a little different.
Hey.
But I do want to say stopping the run against the Ravens is going to be really, really difficult because
they got Lamar.
You got Lamar. So
and
Mark Mark Ingram, that zone read.
Mm-mm.
That's a nasty zone read right there.
You basically running that Ronnie Brown Wildcat. You got 2 running backs back there.
2 running
That-
backs.
They didn't sell out. They didn't sell out to stop this run though. They was kind
You
of scared
can't.
for this
Because
you got
can't.
to sell out.
Because you cannot. If you sell out.
But see the thing, but look, think about it.
Lamar
It wasn't
got a
like
quick joint,
Gotta
gang.
beat me.
Lamar Jackson. It's not like Lamar Jackson was, when he was passing, he was killing them down the field. Lamar Jackson, he didn't even act like he didn't even crack 10 yards. A 10-yard average.
They gave him.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's how you
So
beat the
so it's almost like you running RPOs, but you have 3 options almost. You can hand it off to Mark Ingram, you can have Lamar Jackson run it, or you can have your hot route.
Yeah.
You can't guard that. Like when they were running those RPOs with Nick Foles, it was basically either I'm gonna hand it off or I'm gonna pass it. Now it's either I'm gonna hand it off, tuck it, or pass it. What the hell are you supposed to do with that? Especially if you're not selling out to stop the run.
And especially if you can pick up chunks of yardage like Lamar was picking up. You see what I'm saying? I can go and get a first down on 3rd and 8 with my legs. Easy. And so now what you do on 3rd down, that's normally, if 3rd and 8 is normally a down, we playing the pass. Now, if we can't go man to man on 3rd and 8 because if we do,
Once you turn your back, Lamar's running. He's running for the first.
You see what I'm
And then
saying?
if you play zone, they just gonna throw it in the soft spot. They gonna throw it in the soft spot.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's a bad spot
So,
to
like,
be in.
it-
And the
it's-
Harbaugh, and shout out to Harbaugh because he has done what we say coaches should do all the
Oh
time.
man, it's easy.
You don't
Yeah.
damn way. But you know what? Speaking of, I like what Harbaugh did. He brought in Greg Roman. Greg Roman was
Yeah.
Kaepernick's offensive coordinator when he took the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
But to me, it's just like, why aren't these other coaches who have certain style quarterbacks doing that? And yes, I understand, what we're seeing. We saw Cam Newton go on IR. But to me, why don't they do that? Why don't you don't sit them 5, 7, 10-step drops and try to make them read the whole field? Like I said with RG3, give them a half field. If it ain't there, look, dump it off or take off, whichever one. If it's green, you leave.
They stupid.
Okay.
Stubborn, man.
All right, no need to spend any more time on that then.
Yeah, stupid. You want to talk about stupid? Can we talk about stupid?
Oh yes.
But look, I want.
Could be going to stupid.
But look, before we go to stupid,
Let's go to stupid.
I want to segue what we was talking about defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to stop the run. Case in point, Cowboys. Zeke last night. If you can stop Zeke, you now have a chance against the Cowboys. I'm not saying you guarantee yourself a win.
Everybody knows that.
But
No. I'm not taking
Okay,
away
yep,
that point.
yep.
that's just going to my point of why, if you're going to be one of these elite defenses that AJ was referring to, all-time greats,
Mhm.
I don't think you can even be in that category if run stopping is a weakness for you. Because that Baltimore defense, they used to shut the run down. And then they had Air Reed on the back end, swoop.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
You want to know why that you want to know why that great defense is always stop the run? It's because if you can stop the run, that whole play action thing, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, you make a team one dimensional and you know what time it is. So I didn't. My segue to stupid wasn't about the Giant, but since you brought me here, cool. we can start off with it.
Stupid is stupid
We'll
does.
start off with it. First, we played them game 1. They said they was worried about Kellen Moore because they didn't know what type of offense he was going to run. So what they did game week 1, they were like, you know what, we could try to take Zeke out and see if Dak can beat us. Dak threw for 400 yards.
400.
Cool.
Oh, that is
So now, so they switch up. So they say now we got game plan. So they said their game plan for us to beat the Cowboys, we're gonna let Zeke run and try to and see if they're gonna take what they're gonna give us on the pass. That was the game plan.
That's the dumbest game plan I ever heard in my life.
Wait, can you repeat that? Wait. They said what was their game plan?
Their game plan was to basically let Zeke run because they didn't think we was going to commit that much to Zeke, and they were going to give Dak those easy throws, basically, like, let Dak beat us with the simple, short intermediate routes.
But if Dak
that's stupid.
for 400 yards early in the season, why would that either one of those options be your game plan?
Where did we segue to?
Stupidity.
Okay then, boom. Hey, AJ, AJ, hit that for me. Pat Shermer, let me holler at you right quick.
Is
Pat Shermer, let me holler at you right quick. AJ,
is he a big boy?
Yes, Mr. Coach for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're fired.
Get your body here, bro. That was the stupidest game plan I ever heard, bro. Ed Water, because I listened to you. After the game, we got a Doomsday podcast. Ed Water, you got a podcast, and he was like, "That's what they told me. That's what they told Ed Water. Yeah. That was the game plan." That's the stupidest I ever heard.
I believe it.
So
because it sound like they thought it was smart. It sound like that,
and that's how I know they were stupid. So now all of a sudden, we had, like, last week we were talking about trade deadline. All these teams were just calling, making calls. Everybody was putting the rumors out there. We talked to this. We tried to get this player. We called to get this player. It sounded like they was the NBA. Now, I told a couple people personally, I'm like, NBA players, they come into the league on the trade block. You should be ready to be traded at any given moment. Any rumor that you hear in the NBA, you should be prepared for. It should be nothing new. You are on the block. Everybody's on the block. Other than
in the NBA, you should always have your whole bag packed. You need your toothbrush. You need some deodorant. You need a travel size soap, because you never know when they gonna ship your ass to the next city. So you always need to have a little something packed just in case.
So that's in the NBA. Yeah. In the NFL, they ain't used to that. They not used to these rumors. They not used to, and I'm telling you why they not used to it. You can see how Jamal Adams reacted. His reaction is so
boy, he was hurt.
He was hurt. But don't he wasn't the only one on that team that was on the block. Robbie Anderson was on the block. Le'Veon was on the block.
They wanted everybody.
On the block. They got rid of Leonard Williams. You know what I'm saying? Tremaine Johnson was on the block.
But why they tanking like that though?
And you know why? So
they should be.
So now when you throw it out there and the rumors come out there and these NFL players not used to hearing this, I'm about to quit on you. Adam Gase, that team is done. They didn't quit on you. And you can tell. You see how they looked against the Dolphins? Did you see how they looked against the Dolphins?
But why does Adam?
Hey,
why is Adam Gase ahead?
Here, can we do a little revisionist history when I said I wasn't sold on this Adam Gase hire because he was a quote unquote quarterback guru?
Yeah. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna vouch. I ain't gonna cut you off, AJ. I'm sorry. I'm going to vouch for his quarterback resume. His quarterback resume does speak for itself. So I understand why they did go get him, because they do have a young quarterback, and I understand why they don't want to fire him because they just got him because they have a young quarterback.
But see, my thing was I didn't think his quarterback resume.
3.
You want your head coach to be a quarterback guru?
I mean, that's the most important position on the team.
I need my head coach to be at least the offensive genius and a quarterback guru. You got to have 2 specialties, bro, for me to want you to be my head coach. You cannot be one-dimensional.
My thing is,
remember the Texans hired Bill O'Brien as a quarterback guru? All he did is getting Deshaun Watson smoked. If Deshaun Watson was just average, this team would be terrible.
He finally figured it out, though.
He is getting them better plays. He's getting them better plays.
He tried to get himself fired. He tried to be stubborn, and he realized, he's like, you know what? I need to embrace this. And he finally did, and now, he saved himself. Adam Gase, AJ about to holler at you right quick. AJ, AJ, hit that for me. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get my fingerprint scan. I got a little beer residue on my fingerprint, so I couldn't unlock it.
Keep the truth happy.
That's why I asked. Why is he a head coach? Bro?
No, you know what?
Boy! Yes, Mr. Coach for you.
Mm-hmm. You're fired. This episode is You're Fired Part 2. That's just what.
Freddie Kitchens.
Come on.
Let me holler at you right quick. No, I vouch for you. I vouch for you.
Can I start this? Can I start this one off?
Matter of fact, you can. I threw it out there. Go ahead, Freddie Kitchens.
He is ruined Baker Mayfield. Go ahead, AJ.
Whoa, wait a minute. Ruin Baker Mayfield?
Man.
No. He ruined Baker, bro.
You had him swagging. Go ahead, man.
he was still he was still turning it over like he is now. He's up there. But yes, Freddie Kitchens, another quarterback guru. Go ahead, bro. Take your hoodie, take your little razor and all that stuff, and your little scruff dog. And you're gonna have to go and get up out the paint, man. Cleveland ain't really it for you. And at the end of the day, Cleveland ain't really that much of a nice place anyway. So think of it as a gift. You can get fired. You got the right colors. You gonna land somewhere else. You'll be a position coach. You might even get a coordinator job somewhere else. Head coaching just ain't for you, dog. But that's gonna be fine because at the end of the day, guess what? You're not gonna be in Cleveland no more. So at the end of the day, you can think of it as I'm getting out there. Because guess what? It might be a.
He probably looked at it just like you said. He said
that. It's gonna be a whole bunch of positionings opening up. I hear this franchise is opening up in Florida, in Miami. The sun, the beaches, the clubs. Hey man, listen, you might have a nice little getaway for a full-time position. So hey, sometimes you fall up, you fall forward.
What's that saying?
It's okay.
I'm gonna see if we got the clip.
What's that saying? If you can't take the heat,
get out of the kitchen.
Kitchens, Freddie, I'm gonna holler at you, bruh.
Hit the button.
And your last name is Kitchens.
Hit the button.
AJ, Freddie Kitchen.
Water boy! There's Mr. Coach for you. You're fired!
I love this movie.
AJ, you on to something. I seen the soundbite this week. They asked Freddie Kitchens about the hot seat, and he pretty much said, I don't give a damn about none of that. He said, I'm going to come in tomorrow. It pretty much almost like Jay Group.
I'm about to say the last person we heard say that.
I'm going to come in tomorrow, and he said I wasn't thinking about that before. I ain't going to start thinking about it now.
I feel you.
Because it's like, he already done thought about it. Him and his wife probably done said, if you get fired from here, we out of Cleveland. So that's, like AJ said, that's a plus.
Y'all got anybody else on the list?
You fall up.
But wait, can I let me make a point here real quick. Sometimes certain coaches, they do take these head coaching jobs because they understand this may be my only shot to get a head coaching job. And you know what comes with a head coaching job? Head coaching money. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, take this little head coaching money, do what I can, stick it out as long as I can, and when I get fired, I get fired. But I pocketed these millions, and then I may go back to a couple $100,000 once I become a coordinator. But hey, sometimes you gotta get in over your head. But just know, I'm gonna fall back on a little bit of cushion.
These wasn't bad job. I would have took this Cleveland job.
How is Adam Gates not being a quarterback guru though?
You said what?
Your quarterback guru, it's not translating.
Cause he's not a quarterback guru.
You see what I'm saying? But that's what they brought him here for, right?
Yeah. And he's
your quarterback
still seeing ghosts. Still. He's still seeing.
How many? How many?
Call Ghostbusters. You ain't called nobody yet.
Because Adam Gates it's not working.
You ain't called nobody.
So if you can't,
how many quarterback gurus really work? Was it really only how many quarterback gurus actually worked as head coaches?
I don't know, but we gotta visit that another time. We ain't got no stats on hand. We got no statistician.
We need one.
Yeah, we definitely.
You right.
My thing, but okay, you was brought in. You supposed to be the quarterback guru. You supposed to bring in. You supposed to help Sam Darnold. Cool.
So that was a fucking lie.
You ain't supposed to lose the rest of the team.
He didn't have no
Sam
attributes.
Sam Darnold ain't even looking that good, bro.
That's what I was just saying. For you not doing your quarterback guru thing, but he never had attributes that said he could keep a team.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Which is why I said I'm not making a guru my head coach. I don't want a guru. I want someone who can handle multiple phases of a football organization. Mm-hmm. You got to at least be I want at least a B+ offense rating from you and a B- defense. That's head coach.
You know what? No.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I want from a head coach? My head coach, you don't have to be an offensive guru, you don't have to be a quarterback guru, you don't have to be a defensive guru. But you have to recognize that you are not a guru, and you will put people in place that can be gurus. Because Because let's not forget
That's
John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh out in Baltimore, he was a special teams coach.
Yeah.
He went straight from special teams to a head coach, and he put people. But he was smart enough to put people in place, and he also did.
Teams guru.
But no, he wasn't a quarterback guru.
But he's an outlier. He was a guru that I would make
a
head coach.
but you know what? To me, I don't even know if he was a guru, but
that was a troll.
Yeah, no, 100%. But he also had Ozzie Newsome.
He had a GM that went to bat for him.
No, but the AJ point, he put a stand.
What I'm saying is, he put everyone in place. He knew, okay, look, I'm not a genius at this. I don't work with quarterbacks. I don't work with defense. I'm going to put people in place who do. I'm going to manage. I'm going to rally my team. I'm going to not lose my locker room. When it comes to calling plays, when it comes to defensive personnel, y'all do that.
He knows enough about each, and that's why I was saying I don't need you to have an A+. You can have a B- and a C+. But if you got those other intangibles, you can be my head coach, because ultimately a head coach is more of a motivator and a leader of men.
And that's what you need. That's what you need the most. That's what you need the most.
I don't need a guru to be my head coach. Because now, if you're a quarterback guru, what you saying to the defensive players?
You know what?
Exactly.
I think if I were to start a team, I would actually want a special teams coach to be my head coach. You know why? Because they
take leftovers and make gems.
They know how to maximize talent. You get number 49, 50, 51, 52, and 53 on the roster, and you're gonna say, "Hey, go out there and make plays." You getting the people that's at the bottom of the depth chart, and you are saying, "I'm going to make you a good unit." Go ahead, here. You got a question?
Definitely got a question. Now we clown Power last week. We clowned this season. We clowned it like we clowned it to the core. Michelle felt.
I'm clowning it this week.
She felt good. I don't care what you about to say about this. This mid-season finale
was lit. And I called it.
You did. Matter of fact, even with the bad acting, because it was some moments. It was some
okay.
Moments
as long as we can acknowledge the bad acting.
But even still, though, it was suspenseful.
I never thought Tasha could act. I'm gonna say that.
No, I was sold. She got bad all of a sudden. Like she did get bad all of a sudden. She can't act,
bro. I said that from the jump. That's
another story. But what I'm saying is, it was suspenseful. You didn't know where it was going. You couldn't kind of you tried to predict what was going to happen next. That was a finale right there. You know what I'm saying? It was dramatic. It was a mid-season finale. I never heard of that before. But hey,
you want to know how I know the writing got weak though? The one new Angela. Who's the new female lady?
Yeah. Blanca.
She been going by the book the whole time.
Now all of a sudden you
just going with everything Sachs is doing when he's suspended. You wasn't even following him when he was active.
What was Sachs doing?
I really hate how she talked through her teeth. Like, can you open your mouth when you talk? I feel like she talks like this every time she talks, and she's like, open your mouth, take your teeth apart. I don't want to hear that.
For that
AJ, what was Sachs drinking? I know you probably get drunk that before. Like
he drinking that absinthe. He drinking the Green Fairy.
Hey, and that thing instantly got him drunk.
Instantly.
Yo, he got Sachs so drunk. Zach said, hold on.
He was in the streets.
Zach said, hey, I'm about to go to jail. And he ain't going to jail. Zach said, don't worry about it. I'm about to kill everybody. I'm going to jail for a reason. I felt Sachs right then and there.
He was gonna pull a Las Vegas up in truth.
Yo.
Air that whole thing out. But I don't understand how at the inauguration Tommy just walk in, clap, and then leave.
Bro, like I said, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it still has some imperfections, but like I said,
how does Ramona know everything about everybody else's background, and she's just automatically just kind of shocked that Ghost got a pass?
You should know. Come on now. This man was on trial for murder.
Yeah, that was it. That was the only background.
That's all that you found?
Yeah.
That's all you know?
Yo, taste. Hey, bro, how you pass the background, bro?
Like AJ said,
how does he?
Like AJ said last week, the fact that he was in contention to be a running
Like,
mate.
That's why I say he
lieutenant governor was a joke.
Nah, what's the bonehead dude, the police dude? He was like, hey, he ain't the first one.
Yeah,
And I felt that, bro. I'm like, you know what?
all of them. Yeah,
He deserved to win, bro. He
Yeah.
deserved to be the
I don't know his
best
name,
candidate.
but yeah, he said that,
Warner.
He said
Warner.
he's the
Warner.
Yeah,
he's
him.
the first one.
He was like, but he ain't the first one. I'm like, you know what? That's the realest thing
But
you
no.
ever said, bro.
So speaking of, how all of a sudden Pam Oliver, she done got a whole new job, but she still want to come in representing Sachs, knowing that Sachs is going. He ain't even hired. He completely off the books, and she gonna try and come and represent him now. Like
And
what?
Well,
He's completely violated the case.
No, hold
You
on.
couldn't even get Ghost if you wanted to now
But-
because Sachs was present while he was suspended during this Terry Silver car search, the shakedown Tasha to
He knew
get
what time it
evidence.
was, yeah.
And you went up to Tyreek school when you was suspended. Like, you doing too much.
But she
man.
was wrongfully fired too, so she probably wanted to get the department back too. You know
But
what I'm saying?
she
She had
had
ulterior motives.
She had
But she
another job.
she
though.
fell into another job.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on.
She had
Speaking of
another-
this,
she
talk.
deserved another job. She didn't do nothing
Exactly.
wrong.
But wait. We talking about Warner. So Warner, he just like he like Blanca. So how are you trying to be by the book the
By the
whole
book.
time? You
He
know
pulled
that
that
they got
phone
this
out.
phone illegally,
He pulled that thing
and
out.
you like no, because you even told her that's not gonna stick in court. So it's not gonna stick in court. But you pull the phone out, knowing that it's come on, bruh.
Bro, that's hey, and
You should have never even went to the judge's chambers to try to get a warrant when you know you didn't have legitimate evidence.
they had to go for the gusto.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
I'm glad for the judge.
like,
Judge
no.
like, look, y'all, hey, look, don't waste my time with this, bro. We're not going to the trial. You're like, we're not going to the trial. Y'all gonna lose. Y'all gonna lose.
This was a supporter question.
No, this wasn't. Because I forgot to hit up everybody. Yo, we on the trade deadline. I was trying to trade all day, and I forgot to hit them up.
What time is the deadline over?
It's at noon.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's at noon.
For NFL and 3-man.
Mm-hmm.
They got to make something shake.
Make some shake.
Yeah, so we got to end this.
when
Take my trades.
Go
but
ahead,
yeah,
go ahead.
send me
You
some
got it.
crazy.
shout out to everybody in Virginia. They voted. I seen everybody posted that they voted today. Very proud of everybody. You know,
Wasn't
Two
no
down.
voting in Maryland?
Hmm?
Wasn't no voting in Maryland?
I didn't see nobody.
Because
vote.
Brian Mitty, he live in New York. He talking about y'all go out and vote. I think it was all.
I ain't see nobody in Maryland vote.
Me neither.
Be quick.
I
so,
did.
So
I
it
ain't
could.
get nothing in the
So
mail.
hey, look. So
I ain't
it
get
couldn't have
nothing
been
in the
voted today because not one of my. Come on, bro. Not one of my followers from Maryland voted.
Well, they finna steal this election in Baltimore.
listen,
Cause boy,
Now listen. I ain't want
hey,
to.
can we stop acting crazy over this damn chicken sandwich?
I'm glad you said it, cause I'm listening. No, hold not chicken sandwich. I'm glad you said it, Candy, cause I'm sitting there like, bro, did I miss something?
I'm thinking too. I normally get all my voting stuff. I normally be up on it.
That's why I'm like, oh, did I miss something? I ain't want to jump out there and be like, look, I messed up.
I
I
was
ain't
scared,
vote.
bro.
But I didn't see not one of my followers from Maryland vote. I'm like, everybody vote. They just ain't gonna vote. Nah, we couldn't have voted this.
we didn't
It ain't our time to
boycotted
vote
voting
yet.
in Maryland.
It ain't our time to vote yet. We got another day. It's gonna be.
It's coming
Our
soon.
day's coming, yo. 'Cause
It's coming soon.
I'm trying to figure out, bro. I'm like, hold on, bro. Nobody voted.
I was
But listen,
scared. I was scared.
but shouts out to everybody that voted. You know what I'm saying? We gonna vote when it's time, our time to vote.
You already know.
It won't our
Yeah,
time.
baby.
It won't our time to vote. But listen, Popeyes,
Yeah, bro.
this chicken sandwich.
Let's stop.
It's getting. Michelle, you had it?
Especially in Maryland. But we right back in Maryland.
Bro, yesterday I wasn't even going to Popeyes. I left the gym because I started my diet. I always start my diets on Monday. Anyway, I rolled by the Popeyes.
How often do
1
you
o'clock.
start it?
Say what?
Gridlock.
You know how my joint goes up. You know.
Gridlock at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, bro. Right around the building. I'm like, bro, it's 1 o'clock. I'm like, you know what? It's a lot of people that work over this area. I understand it's a good little lunch area. I understand this one. So I go back to the crib. It's Popeyes by my crib. Same thing. 1:30.
It should never, the one by
Never.
your crib should never be like
Never be that pack at 1:30. Y'all should be at work.
that. Ain't no jobs.
Ain't no jobs by my crib. It's nothing but houses. It's nothing but houses by my crib.
Bro.
At a grocery store.
1:30.
It ain't even that many houses.
That's bro. I'm telling you, 1:30. It was
It's
right
a lot
around the
more
building.
trees by his
This chicken
crib
sandwich is
than
good.
anything.
Chicken sandwich is good, but it ain't that good, bro.
Bro, it's
Come
not
on.
that good.
Y'all gotta.
You know what I'm not finna do for that average. Okay, I won't call it average for the
No,
good chicken sandwich.
it's
You know what I'm not about to do?
It's good.
I'm not about to do life. I'm not about to do. I'm not about to do life for a chicken sandwich.
In Oxon Hill, He murdered somebody for a spot in line over this chicken sandwich, bro.
Bro,
And that's
I'm gonna
me.
tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what you gotta do.
Lost
Go to the-
his life in Oxon Hill, Maryland, bro. Over this chicken sandwich,
bro. Chicken sandwich.
Look, if you
It's
really want
not
a chicken
that
sandwich,
good, bro.
this what you got to do. If you want a really good chicken sandwich, and you think you're gonna kill somebody over a chicken sandwich, don't go to Popeyes.
Go to Chick-fil-A.
Make a detour. No, go to Publix.
Yeah.
Go buy you a good old nice little pack of Tyson chicken breast. Get the House of Archery medium hot breader.
Yeah.
With a little bit of Lawry's, get you some cayenne pepper to get the kick, because the Popeyes got a little kick in it too. A little bit of garlic salt, or garlic powder, whatever your fancy may be. Sprinkle it on there. Toss it in a House of Archery medium hot breader. Throw it in some hot grease. Put it on a bun, what other condiments you like, and eat that. And you ain't got to kill another person.
This is what happened when you follow Chef.
Cook your own shit.
This is what happened. He followed Chef X, bro. He over there and he just studied the
I
whole
follow
resume.
Chef X too, man.
And yeah, he make you think you can cook.
You see,
Bro, it's
you see
easy.
my pictures?
Yeah. I seen your
Hey,
presentation. I
hey.
seen your presentation.
Hey, look. Hey, look. You dig what I'm saying? I feel you, Cannon. We can play some shit over here. We can play some shit over here. Make it look nice.
He loves that boy, bro. Shout out to my bro. But man, Popeyes, y'all got. Hey, but like it's good, bro. You know what's crazy? Q was at the crib. Q was at my crib. We watched the game last night, and Q went to Popeyes. He sat in that line 45 minutes. He told me.
Of course,
45
Q
minutes.
would.
But because he had time to kill, to be quite honest, and I felt him. He was like, you know what? I got off early.
time.
I was coming to your crib. The game don't start till 8. I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had time to kill, and he never had the chicken sandwich, so this was his time to get it. Q funny though. Q got 3 chicken sandwiches.
Got to do it.
And I felt him.
He's smart.
And I was like, you know what? You sat in that line for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You better get 3.
Yeah.
He got the regular
Buy this-
and he got the spicy.
buy
And he
this
got
whole
one for
big
lunch.
pack.
I'm like, you know what?
I'm
That was
sold.
smart. He bit that thing, in the kitchen. He like, hey, this thing is good, bro.
Yeah, it's
but it
good.
ain't stab worthy, bro.
No, it's not stab worthy. And people was crashing their car. It's
It's all on shade room. Like we got to do better, yo.
It's
Like,
a lot of
we
stuff,
got to
bro.
do better, yo. And I hate, and second
My
thing, bro,
Chick-fil-A would never.
I'm sick of vegans.
I've been sick of vegans, bro.
Listen, vegans, I know y'all healthy, y'all doing good, y'all losing weight, y'all healthy, y'all feeling good. I commend y'all got discipline. You know what? But y'all not about to stop nobody from eating this chicken. Like they gonna.
I
go
don't
get
understand
this
this.
What they don't get.
You could be vegan, get hit by a bus tomorrow, and I can eat all this fried food and live until I'm 75. Who really gonna be happier?
Here's the thing, though. Time waits for no man. First of all, your diet ain't controlling your whole body. Let them
Philosophical canon.
let them trick you and think it is.
Mm-hmm.
What you eat ain't controlling your brain.
What
Go
you eat
ahead
don't
and
make
be a
me
vegan,
shit.
then get Alzheimer's and live to you 105. And like Chris said, don't remember who you know. That's gonna be on you. That's gonna be on your vegan lifestyle when all your family
Talk to them.
don't know you because you don't know them because you.
What is you, Muslim or something?
And you just so separate. You just so separate from what you used to know. But listen, bro.
I'm glad you brought it up.
Time is gonna come get us all, and because time is gonna come get us all, Cannon is gonna be eating this chicken till I'm gone.
You out here gonna die of eating cauliflower for nothing. You deserve to die eating cauliflower. I don't care what. That's nasty. Cauliflower is nasty, bro.
I am gonna eat some cauliflower with my chicken.
Nah, eat some carrots, bro.
I get the carrots too. I eat vegetables and all of that.
How was the Crit concert?
The Crit concert was elite, man. He's nothing but humble.
Saturday.
But you know what?
Saturday, I
what
meant
surprised
that.
me about it? It wasn't even Crit. I seen Crit before. I knew what Crit was gonna do, and he was elite. But to meet him was like an honor because he was just such a humble dude. But Damani Harris, man, boy got some.
If it ain't about the money.
He got some flow, and rightfully so because he got access to someone who can do it. You
Facts.
feel me? And what I will say, his stage presence to be so young. I'm a supporter.
He always had that.
He liked my comment. I
Yeah.
told him, I said, bro, you
he's
killed the
a-
show.
he's a
You got
performer.
a supporter out of me, and he liked the comment. And so he got hundreds of thousands of followers. So for him to scroll and get to mine, I appreciated that. Rhapsody, y'all didn't even know about Rhapsody. She killed the show.
Yeah.
Man.
Came down. I was right there at the gate, so it was like I met Crit live in the show. Like he came over and because I had the vibe. Like he was like, yeah. He told me, you knew the words, bro. I can't come over there. You knew the words. I was like, yeah, you know I'm here. But it is what it is, man. It was a nice show. Elite. Support your people that you rock with, man.
And I'll be there. I'll be there. See Big Crit on Saturday.
Hey, and you gonna have to report next week.
You know, that's what I loved about moving up here, because like when I'm from Virginia, we really didn't get a lot of concerts that you know, a lot of people that wasn't a market for a lot of the artists. You know, they come now, but growing up, I didn't get.
Now they wanna hear country nigga rap.
It was like. It was crazy. So now when I moved up here, like a lot of people that's a DC is a major market.
Yeah.
So I got to see people, and my first time actually being introduced to Crit was going to his concert. I was off, and my bro was like, "Yo, just come to the concert." I'm like, "Bro, all right, whatever." And I was sold.
Yeah.
And from that moment,
Yep.
I was sold. So I was actually disappointed I couldn't go to the concert because of my schedule, but I was glad you got to go and you had a good experience. And like I said, you seen Rhapsody. Was Jadena there too?
It was just
That was
Rhapsody
different?
and Damani. But both, Rhapsody, she came into the
Dinner.
crowd
Right now.
at the end of her set. I mean, just in the crowd for like 15, 20 minutes. And I was right there. So it was like, I held the camera like a lot of the ladies. And she really wanted the ladies to be able to. So the ladies was coming up. I took a couple flicks for her, but just she killed it on stage. Though,
She's
man.
tough. Like I don't
She
even
killed it.
I don't even consider her like female rap. Like,
She could
yo,
kill men, bro.
That's why I
She could
consider
kill
her
men.
rap, bro. Like she up there.
She's a real deal.
You listen to her like she up there.
Yeah.
Yo, like she
She's a
one of
real
them
deal.
ones. She one of them ones, yo. And I was late to the Rhapsody party, and I'm purposely late.
I'm
AJ
dumb
know
late
why.
to it. I really last year is when I found out about Rhapsody. So it is what it is.
When they was vouching for an album, and I had it, I downloaded it. I just couldn't. I never could get to it. I was like, man, I want to listen to it. They keep vouching for her. Like, what is up with it? I couldn't, and I wanted to, and I couldn't get it. So when she dropped her last album, I made a conscious effort to listen to it. I'm like, yo, she real. Like, no, this is rap. Like, no, this ain't.
It's really rap.
Yeah.
It's there.
That's a perfect word for it.
Yeah, this is rap, man. Like like I said, she one of them ones. So I don't even like when I listen to her. She ain't. This ain't female rap.
Yeah.
This rap, bro. Like,
Yeah.
she one of them ones.
It was just good people, man. It's like good to go out to a show where ain't nobody trying to fight you. Like, bro, like I need to go to the bathroom. Dude, like saw me coming, like made away. Like it's just good vibes instead of people trying to step on your shoe and buck at you and all of that.
I kind of think we get a bad rap, bro. I kind of think like black concert. Cause me and AJ, we went to the Locks concert.
And it was good vibes.
We went to the Locks, and Uncle Murder was there.
Bro.
Like
Yeah.
Uncle Murder performed, and like, bro, we was in there in the mix.
Yeah.
Styles P came out and we was literally right next to him. Everybody moved. We made a way. Everybody made a circle for Styles. Let him, rap in the middle. Won't no pushing. Won't no fight. Yo, can I just make a statement? Because just seeing about what happens at certain concerts, we get over policed at our concerts. But for the most part, black people, when it's a problem, we have a problem with an individual. We have a problem with one person. When you go to certain other concerts, those country concerts, rock concerts, your whole concert might get shut down because of one person.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it may be a couple different incidences where one person fights another person. A group of people may fight another group of people. It might even get shot up at the end, but usually if it's gonna get shot up at the end, it's getting shot up because of one person that they trying to hit. Not just we trying to just shoot this whole thing up because my wife left me.
Yeah, just cause.
Hey, we're gonna wrap this up because we already went over time, but
We don't wrap nothing up over here.
oh, team team wrong. But Gordon Hayward had a career night tonight. 39 points. He went 17 for 20. 8 assists.
I need the highlights.
39 points. And it was the Cavs. It's not the fact that it was the Cavs. It was the fact that he went 17 for 20. You going 17 for 20.
I don't care
who you going to get. That means he was on fire.
You flank.
Couldn't
And,
miss.
we're going to get into this NBA. We're going We're gonna let it.
We'll get into it next
marinate.
week.
We're gonna let it marinate a little bit.
Back up off of them, Ja. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill you. You almost killed yourself the other night.
Boy, that leg.
Thank God. I just telling AJ pre-pod. God bless that man with agility.
That's all.
That's the only thing that got his leg from up under him. Bro.
That's all. You know, slender. He look slender. You know what I'm saying? He laid. I think he laid there with like, you know what, God, you saved me.
Yeah.
You saved me.
I'ma chill out.
And I think that's what Russell told
Hey,
him.
God, he said, God, if you get me out of this, I promise I'll never do it again.
You know what? I never seen Russell do this.
Cause they kind of got that explosion. They got that thing that we was
They
talking
kind of
about.
compared him. They kind of
Smaller frame guy with the explosion like Derrick Rose. He need to take him under his wing.
You can catch us
We
on
had
all
one-
major
we had-
podcast
I was about to say, we had
platforms,
130.
3 Man Weave. Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. I'm Hill, that's Cannon, that's AJ. Nichelle ready for us to go, so we out. 3Man Weave, baby. Episode 51.
Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-man weave. We come at you with topics. No, you cannot stop it.